It's Coast Path walking time again. So today I'm still in Dorset. I'm walking from West Bay through to Charmouth. I'll be climbing over the Golden Cap and visiting Eype and Seatown along the way. So come along and join me for the ride. Now if you've seen me before, you'll be expecting some local stories, local information, and of course some beautiful scenery, and I'm not one to disappoint, so stay right there and I'll deliver on all of those things. West Bay is a busy fishing port just to the seaward side of Bridport. Sitting towards the west of Chesil Beach, it's found fame through a couple of TV series that have been set there. Firstly, Harbour Lights with Nick Berry, and then more recently David Tennant and Olivia Colman starred in 3 series of Broadchurch. I've been coming here since I was in the eye to a grasshopper, and I've seen it go up market in recent years with a flood of Broadchurch viewers flocking down to see what it's all about. But for me, it still retains its authentic coastal Dorset charm. Now as usual, I planned this route so it's easy for you to follow should you choose to walk this way too. There's plenty of parking in West Bay, and when we get to Charmouth there are bus links to come back. And again, you can always do what I'm doing and just walk back to West Bay. You won't need a map for this walk because there's plenty of signage along the way, and to be fair with the coast path, you can't go too far wrong as long as you're following the coast. So this is Eype Beach, you can see in front of you, and it's worth remembering because it's the only one of the beaches down here where you can actually take your dog on the beach all year round. So it's just a couple of miles west of West Bay, and there's apparently a pub and a tea room here, so it says on Visit Dorset website, but I've never seen them myself, and me to not know a pub, that's quite good going. just come back up the hill out of Eype now. It's quite a steep hill. The only reason I'm not puffing heavier than I am is because I just stopped to take a couple of selfies, as you do. This walking malarkey, if you put YouTube on and watch some of us that go on here making films, you'll think you need all the gear to go out for a walk, but I'll get my camera to do as it's told, but you really don't. You really don't at all. All you need is a pair of trainers. I mean, this exact walk, I've done it years ago in a pair of trainers, no backpack, no waterproof coat. I knew it was a day it wasn't going to rain, and it was just fine. If you're a serious walker and you're going to do a lot of it, then fair enough, spend money and get gear, but just to have a go, you only need a pair of trainers and some other clothes. I wouldn't do it in just a pair of trainers. It won't be very welcome. I know we're out with nature, but that's taking the... Not coming out early like this. Not that it's that early anymore. What is it? Nearly 9:30 already. Kissing Gate. Getting a lot of these on the routes now. Looks like the old-fashioned style is going out of style, if that makes sense. Just that. Seatown 1.5. Onwards and upwards, as they say. You can focus on the sheepies. Mummy sheep and lammy sheep. They're not sure of me, are they? Nice rear end shot of sheep. That'll make the film. It's a fantastic view. Coming in. Let's get moving. Three attempts. So that shot shows you about what I've got left, to be honest with you. So it's down into that village there, where can you see the little white building that's the Anchor pub in Seatown, and then up onto the plateau up there, which is the highest point on the the highest point on the south coast of England, also known as the Golden Cap, and then down the other side into Charmouth. Hello little lambikins. Did you waggle your tail when I spoke then? Like my doggy. Not that you like my doggy, but... Let me zoom that in a bit. "2 metres social distancing between me and Lammy." Alright mate. Is that your brother? Oh, I took a step and scared him a little bit. Wrong way. Okay. Right mate, I'm not going to hassle you anymore. Got me a little shot, thank you. Which way now? Found it. Cat 1 3/4. Lucky on me. So behind me here we have a caravan site. In the view of many, a blot on the landscape. Not in my view though. I guess for me it's because I was brought up as a working class lad and these are the kind of places I used to go for holidays, and yeah, still very warm memories of places like this. People that look down their noses at it. These are the money shots. Walking around the corner into a view like that. Bottom of the hill, the white building, there's kind of 3 white buildings joined together. That's the Anchor pub, very nice pub. Haven't eaten there in years. Apparently it's gone a bit upmarket lately, but I'm told it's all fresh produce, local produce, so all good. And above that you climb to the Golden Cap, highest point on the south coast, as I said before. And looking into the distance there, you can see Lyme Regis. It's the main sort of town you can see with all the houses on the going up the hillside there. And then looking out beyond that, you've got Devon. So just to give you some background of what it is I'm doing, this is film number 4 in a series of bite-sized coast path films that I'm doing, where, as you can see, I'm taking shortish bits of coast path that you can walk in a day, and there's always some kind of transport to get you back, or you can walk back because it's not too far. While I'm doing it, I want to bring you the sounds and the sights and the whole mood of the southwest coast path and the whole region, really, so that you so that hopefully it'll end up leaving you feeling like you want to come down here and experience this for yourself. On the other hand, it's also about documenting the journey of my own filmmaking, going from a bloke with a camera who doesn't know what he's doing to hopefully a half decent filmmaker at some point in the not too distant future, maybe. Anyway, as we say in YouTube land, if any of this sounds interesting to you, then maybe you should think about subscribing. How many times a day do people say that to you? No wonder you're nonchalant about it. Can't eat enough grass, can you? This is a thumbnail if ever I saw one. Now for the golden cap. So below me there is Seatown beach. You'll see a load of fishermen down there on the beach. Now 150 years ago that would have been a different kind of fisherman. There would have been a load of fishing boats lined up along there. There's quite a significant fishing fleet going out from this beach. Although it would seem fishing wasn't their main source of income. Because of an evening smugglers' boats would come in with contraband on them and they'd be taking off all sorts of barrels of rum and stuff and bringing it in and hiding it around the village. So that was Seatown 150 years ago. Not that I remember it, I wasn't here, but another kissing gate. Slightly broken kissing gate. There's a bridge. And so that's it, we're now on the ascent. The main ascent of the whole thing, climbing the Golden Cap, highest point on the south coast of England. It's not the highest point on the southwest coast path, that's over in Devon. I can't remember what that's called right now. Oh, hold on. I remember what that's called and I'll have it written on the screen for you here. Okay. Right. There you go. Just so you know, I'm not colour prejudiced. I showed you dark skinned cows earlier. Now I'm showing you some light skinned ones. Oh, 2 times my step goal. And I'm not even at my destination, let alone have to walk back. And that is the cap, the golden cap that gives the golden cap its name. It's sandstone from the Triassic period, which is laying on top of the mudstone from the Jurassic period that's underneath it, and that's how come you get the golden cap on the top. Years ago I'm sure it wasn't so overgrown with plants and stuff, and it was more of a clear, vivid cap of gold. But it's still bloody beautiful. Onwards and upwards. I don't know how many of these shots will work. Oh, my calves. I need to follow the path. As you walk around the coast path, you become aware of how much of the land belongs to the National Trust. This is because of a campaign called Enterprise Neptune, led by the Earl of Antrim, who was chairman of the Trust in the 1960s and 70s. Large tracts of coastal land were bought up by the Trust before developers could get their hands on it. So really, we owe it to the National Trust that we still have such a beautiful coastline here today. walk is allegedly 7.1 miles long, but it feels like more. If you choose to walk it both ways, then that's at least 14.2 miles, and with so many difficult climbs, it's hard going. So only attempt it like that if you're fit. I've spent most of the last couple of months sat on my tush, so I have to admit I struggled on the return journey. If you're not sure though, you can always make a decision when you get to the top of the Golden Cap and turn back there instead. Saving yourself from climbing that twice seems like a shrewd decision to me. I could easily have turned back at that point. Only thing is, when you start filming by saying you're going to Charmouth, you kinda gotta go to Charmouth. Lied to. Charmouth is still 2.25 miles. Not a happy bunny. How's that phrase go? Keep walking. On my last film that I made, which was a walk from Weymouth to Osmington, I managed to get a bit of music from a local artist, a local singer-songwriter who was happy for me to give him a bit of airplay and get his name out there a little bit more from people watching my film, and I was hoping to do a bit more of that. You may notice there's nothing like that on this video. I have tried to do a bit of research. I put out a question on a Facebook group I'm in asking if anybody was interested, but it seems I fell foul of the rules on that Facebook group. My apologies, but I'm only trying to promote the area and people from the area and businesses in the area, but there you go. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I will be walking all around the West Country, all different places, different bits of coast path. If you are a singer-songwriter and you'd like to have your music on one of my films to get yourself noticed a bit more, I don't get that many views, so it won't be that much notice, but a little bit of notice. Give us a shout. My email address and everything else is on my YouTube page, or you can find all about me on joescoastaldream.com, and yeah, if you've got some music that you'd like me to use, get in touch. The other thing I'm looking for is storytellers. If you've got a good story about this part of the country and you live down here, so that I could maybe meet up with you and you could tell me the stories. Ideally, if you want to come on camera and tell people, that'd be great. Alternatively, you can just tell me and I can pass it on to the that's good, isn't it? I'm losing my voice. Pass it on to everyone else, so it's up to you, but either way, if you've got something for me, get in touch. Another stupendous view. And still 2 miles to Charmouth. There's a bull in the field I've just left. He was watching me, and now I'm walking past a couple of his prize ladies, so let's hope he ain't following me. He ain't going to watch me any further, because I could be in trouble. It's looking like I'll make it through okay. I guess the reason some of the signs are wrong is an ever-changing path, where it's right on the edge of the cliff. You only need a little bit of rockfall, and they have to close a little bit and create an inland diversion, which is what I'm doing now. So that's why the mileage has gone up from a signpost that was probably put up some years ago. And I know these signs are put there by ferries, but you know, even ferries can't get round everywhere that quickly and change signs. The diversion has taken us down to this National Trust car park, which just outside Charmouth. You could do it that way around if you wanted to. You could park in the National Trust car park, especially if you've got National Trust membership. Start by getting the bus to West Bay and then walking back this way. Or just walk to West Bay and then get the bus back from there, whatever. The options are plenty. So from that National Trust car park, I've just been following the road down. I don't know if I missed a sign or something where I should have cut back into the woods somewhere. But I've just been following the road down. Doesn't look like there's any paths coming off down here. So let's just see how we get on. I know I'm going the right way, I'm going to end up in Charmouth. Might not be via the route that I had in mind. In fact, I wasn't going the wrong way. The coastpath diversion does go this way, so glad to know I got it right at least. But it just goes to show, you know, what I said earlier about you can't get lost on this path. You can't get far lost. Well, you can't get lost. You can go off track. But I knew I was heading into Charmouth anyway, so you know, as long as I kept the sea on my left, I was going to be going the right way, wasn't I? So all worked out in the end. Okay, onwards into Charmouth. Another useful thing to know, if you are going to get the bus, is that this diversion takes you right past the bus stop. So if you didn't particularly want to go down to see the visitor centre in Charmouth, you could actually get as far as I am about now and catch the X53. I think you find it is X51 or X53. I think it's X53 that will take you back in there. West Bay, but you can check that. Someone's not very well. So I made it to Charmouth. Managed to pick myself up sausage and batter and chips and a cheeky cider. I've shown you where the bus stops are. They're First Wessex. I'll add a link to that in my page, as I usually do. I might have mentioned ferries. If you want to know what that's all about, check out another one of my films, 2.6 Challenge, which I'll link to this in a moment. Thanks for watching. If you've liked the film, like it, subscribe, share it, all those usual things. Until next time, bon appetit, stay safe, and see you soon.